I'm sure a lot of you guys already remember this community poll which we received over 7 months ago. And basically everything that was inside of this poll ended up getting inside of the game. And the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because Tycoon just created a Naval poll, and you know what this means. It means that we probably will be receiving a lot of the updates that are gonna be inside of this poll, and in here we basically get to vote on which things we want to actually see being added to the game first. However, let me quickly read out the announcement. Hello everyone, we created a quick poll to gather your feedback. What you'd like to see the most for us to add later on. We will use this information to help our planning for updates in January and beyond. And we're also giving away 10,000 Robux to a randomly selected participant of the survey as a thank you. And by the time I'm making this video, unfortunately this is now over and the person already received their Robux. However, let's take a look at the updates that they have planned that they actually want to be adding in the game. Alrighty, so here we have it. This poll is definitely going to be incredibly long, so going through everything here will definitely be taking a little bit of time. So expect this video to be at least 8 to 10 minutes long. But anyway, the first question being is, do you agree with us wanting to rename the group from Green Titans Entertainment to something with the Gizmotech branding? Personally, I don't mind this. I think Gizmotech branding would fit a lot better. But here we have the main things which they're probably going to be adding in the future. Select up to 5 upcoming features or areas of focus you are most interested on us working on. So the first one is going to be a Tycoon art overhaul. To be honest, the art style, it's pretty good already and they've done enough of an overhaul, so I would probably not be selecting this. Customizable base elements, decorative. I don't think decorations matter this much, but new base defenses, Iron Dome, MLRs, turrets, and etc. This is something I definitely want to see because these are going to be the base updates which we all been waiting for. The next thing being is environmental expansions, new areas of the maps, new Easter eggs. I'm always for this, so I'm going to be voting it. Custom server creation, ground vehicles only, aerial naval vehicles only. That is sick, dude. It's something that I really wanted to see in the game because the idea of having every vehicle versus every vehicle is already cool in its own way. However, at the end of the day, it's still cool to kind of get this War Thunder feeling where you're only doing one vehicle type versus one vehicle type. So I'd definitely love to see something like this in the game. Anyway, alternative unlockable loadouts for planes and helicopters. I'm always going to be for this. Expansion to drones, integrations into Warlab, new vehicle weapon types, cluster bombs, flamethrowers, phosphorus, new airstrikes, off-map Collins. I don't know what off-map Collins actually means. Ability to swap, change player loadouts at APCs, IFVs, field emplacements, build tank, traps, barbed wire, and machine gun emplacements, cosmetic kill effects upon killing a player, more skins, cosmetic options for vehicles, improvements to infantry gameplay, new weapon types, new weapon attachments. Personally, I'm probably gonna be going with new vehicle weapon types. I don't care this much about infantry. I think vehicles are the main thing which players want to see anyway, so this is going to be my list of 5. Now the next question being is select up to 3 vehicle types you are most excited to see added to Tycoon. Oh man, this is pretty standard. We're gonna go with tanks, ships, of course, and probably planes. I still like my planes, I'm gonna be fully honest with you guys. The submarines were not very impressive, there was not much interesting about them, so I don't expect them to be really good, but I'm mainly really looking forward to seeing the ships being added. Now, ground vehicles, select up to 5 options that you're most interested in seeing included in the game, and keep in mind that most of these vehicles will probably get in the game anyway, but we're basically gonna be choosing the order of them. So we got the Harp launcher, we got the flamethrower tank. Now this would be pretty cool. I'd love to see a flamethrower tank. We got the BMP-2M, T-80BVM, Merkava 4, QN506. We got a Hemet A3 with a Serum. Honestly, this is a really cool idea, and having a ground vehicle which moves around the Serum, I would love to see something like this. M60 Magash Hydra, Tiger 1, Tiger 2. I think these two basically work like the mouse tanks. Object 279, IS-7, C2 Ariete. I don't even know what this vehicle is. The Leclerc, yes, this is what everybody has been asking for. We want some kind of Leclerc. FH-77 Archer SPH. Oh my god, that would be insane. Humvee Hockey, RM-70 MRS, Puma IFV, I'd love to see the Puma IFV actually being added. I believe it does also have APS, so this will be the first proper IFV in this game which would actually get APS. M109 Paladin, I believe this works similar to the K9. We got the Panzer See, I can't even pronounce that, 2000 MGM 140 ATSMS. So what this basically does is it fires like a gigantic missile. Oh, hell yeah, I would love to see something like this. And then lastly, RG-31 Nyla. I honestly have to say, I really love all of these ground vehicles that they presented to us, but let's take a look at the aerial vehicles. Select up to 5 options that you're most interested in seeing included in the game. Mi-8, J-50, F-47. I'm gonna vote for this, guys. I don't know about you, but I'd like to see an F-47 in this game. It will be kinda cool. Su-27, Su-30, Su-33, J-20, one of the most requested planes in the game, J-35D Draken, YF-23, that's something I want to see personally, B-1B Lancer, hell yeah, F-15C, F-15EX, that is probably one of my favorite planes of all time, I'd love to see this thing added, Su-24, Mitsubishi A6M0, I don't know any other ones here. We got the Dassault Mirage and we got the Chinook. I'd like to see the Chinook, but honestly, I'd like it to actually be a transport vehicle that would be able to transport ground vehicles and tanks or something, because if it won't and it just ends up being an oil barrel transport, I don't want this in the game. Anyway, now lastly, moving into naval vehicles, select up to 4 options that you're most interested in seeing included in the game. Ekronoplan, Nongo, class warship. Okay, now this is something I'd like to see. U-boat type 7, Bori class submarine, Typhoon class submarine, USS Preble, Zubur class, yes. I'd like to see actual real hovercrafts being added in the game. Vietnam War Monitor, Zippo, this isn't that interesting. Visby class corvette, heck yeah, I'd love to see more corvettes in this game. SAAR 5 class corvette, once again another corvette. I'm a big fan of these types of ships in general. Aesut class submarine, Project 885M Yasim M class, Sigma class corvette. Is it actually named like that in real life? Somebody let me know if it's just Gizmo trying to make us laugh right here. But a Sigma class corvette would be interesting, dude, especially because of the name. So personally, I'm probably gonna be picking... I'll pick these 4. Honestly, I'm a big fan of these. Anyway, last questions we got right here is new equipment firearms. Select up to 3 options that you're most interested in seeing included in the game. So I'm gonna be honest, most of these weapons I actually don't know anything about right here, and the most requested weapons are surprisingly not on this list. So we got the Walter WA-2000, HAK-12, F-2000 Tactical, MP-155K, Gepard, TK-059 APS underwater rifle. Okay, that would actually be really interesting to be able to use rifles underwater. I'd like that. RPG-29, heck yeah. Snipex Alligator, that's once again another sniper, I'd like to see those. Now we have Tactical Wetsuit, we got Explosive Ordnance Disposal Suit, we got Wingsuit, and Grapple Gun. Dude, grapple guns will be sick in this game. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna have these 3 as my main option. I would love a grapple gun. I wonder how that would actually work in this game in terms of how much it would influence the meta. I think it would influence it actually quite a lot. Now, what specific vehicle or weapon would you like to see added to War Tycoon? You guys already know, you know what I like. K2 Black Panther, please add my South Korean tank in the game. You can do it. And anyway, lastly, we're giving away 10,000 Robux. What is my name? Pretty simple. Anyway, I'm going to be submitting this. I honestly really freaking love what they have to offer in this whole survey, and I'd like them to actually do way more of these. But this is around 50 vehicles/updates that they probably have in store right here, which they basically leaked to us in a sense. Because last time, everything that was in the poll just ended up being in the game. So if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, that's probably what's gonna end up happening here. And once again, we're just picking the order, which I don't mind at all, actually. I want to see the J-20 Mighty Dragon out of all vehicles, really. Anyway, I will see you guys all in the next video. Have a greatest day, and let me know what you submitted in the poll. I am really curious on your takes on this.